everyone, welcome back to another episode of Friends from Work. I'm Tom, this is Sean, and on today's episode, we're going to be breaking down and discussing and just understanding what the future of the DCEU is going to be with all the confirmations they've just dropped recently and the rumors. And then at the end, we'll do a little bit of fan casting, kind of guess who's going to be who in the upcoming DCU or EU, whatever they call it. I keep changing the name. They don't even have a name for DC anymore. It could be Marvel 2. We don't know what it's called. But before we do get into that, do us a favor. Subscribe right now and leave a like down below. Comment throughout the episode as always. And, excuse me, make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Links are on the screen and down below. And we're just going to get right into it. So we do have a lot of information. We recorded this episode a few times. We've talked about it. We talked about James Gunn earlier this month, or an earlier episode in general whenever this drops. And then we did do an episode a couple weeks ago at the time of this recording, but I lost the audio file. But between the week we recorded that and today,
I was going to say maybe like 4 days after we did that.
Yeah,
they were like,
so much news came out.
That Henry Cavill wasn't.
So yeah, we'll go off that. So Henry Cavill is officially no longer Superman. It is confirmed by obviously James Gunn and Henry Cavill. I'll let Sean kind of unpack it. He's a big Superman fan, because I have fewer words to say regarding it, but I know Sean.
Well, I definitely didn't like to hear it. I thought he was just a really good Superman. I thought he embodied the character. But they, James Gunn, well, not James Gunn, but I guess James Gunn through Henry Cavill came out and said that they were going to go through a younger version of Superman. Maybe I'm guessing like right when he's become Superman. I don't really know how they're going to do it because, I mean, I'm a big fan. I'm familiar with the comics. But I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to mash a couple together. So it's like they have a young Superman. Is there going to be a young Batman? Is everyone else going to be young? So it's like, I guess in theory, Batman doesn't have to be young. I don't know. Like I said, there might be a young Superman and an old Batman. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll be an older Batman with a Robin and he dies and Robin takes over. I don't really know, but they did say the reason they moved on from Henry was because they were going to do
they have a 10-year plan.
Yeah, and they're going to do an earlier version of Superman's arc. Yeah.
That was really interesting. I was a little let down by it. It was a little shaking, but probably by the time this episode comes out, we're going to hear more news regarding other cast members. And I think Henry Cavill's a solid Superman. I think he was underused, but DC's been in such a mess.
I feel like he was the only one anyone wanted to see again.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I thought, it's like, through all of this, everyone's been shitting on DC.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone ever shit on Henry Cavill. No one. I think Man of Steel was the only one of their movies that was, maybe Wonder Woman, that was actually good.
Yeah.
And he never got a second one, so there was no, nothing for people to complain about.
Yeah.
Everyone just wanted him to do another one, and everyone likes him. Nobody has a bad thing to say about him. But that's where I kind of was taken aback from it, was just because I felt like him, out of all people, there was zero complaints about him being Superman.
Because he embodied
I feel like
it.
everybody wanted to see him come back. It'd been different, when you found out Ben Affleck wasn't coming back, and then you found out he is coming back. But I knew a lot of, half the base didn't want Ben Affleck. Half the base didn't want
mixed.
Jason Momoa. So it's it's the same with Flash. Everybody wanted Flash out of there.
He's done, yeah.
But nobody wanted Henry Cavill gone.
No.
I'm optimistic, but I think that was a mistake.
Yeah. So I think it was a good casting. But to follow down with the news, James Gunn did have a meeting with Ben Affleck, and that Affleck did state that he only wants to direct. He really wants to get on a DC project, but it is confirmed or semi-confirmed. I couldn't find a statement from Affleck himself, but it is, I'll say, semi-confirmed for right now that he's no longer Batman in the DCU. And I'm glad for this, not because I wanted to see more of it, but I am okay with it, because if you're going to take out Superman, Henry Cavill, you got to take out everyone else. That's how I see it, because it's hard to plug and play.
I agree with you there. If you were going to take him out, like I said, he was the only one people wanted. So if you're getting rid of him, what the hell would we keep anybody else for?
I agree 100%.
I keep seeing a meme going around where everybody's X'd out except for Jason Momoa. He's out too, right?
That is actually there's some stuff coming up regarding him. I'll just go into that right now. I have to go in order.
Sorry, I didn't mean to mess you.
No, you're good. My notes. He hates my notes.
But I was just going to say, I've been seeing a meme go around where it's the Justice League and everybody's grayed out except for Jason Momoa.
Yeah, so basically what's happening is regarding Jason Momoa, I think I couldn't find anything to confirm this. Please let me know in the comments down below. But I don't know if they're canceling his Lost Kingdom sequel or they're still dropping it. But regardless, after that sequel, he's no longer Aquaman, and James Gunn has piqued interest in him being the character Lobo for the new DCU.
That's odd.
I can see it. I'm not
saying
I
don't think he can play it. I'm just like, well, get rid of a guy, just come back and play another guy in the same universe. It's weird.
So yeah, I'm not sure
That'd
how.
be like Ryan Reynolds being like Aquaman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Fucking
Green
I was
Lantern.
gonna say he was already the Green Lantern, but Cyborg, somebody,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Superman, like.
It would be weird.
It'd
but
be
yeah.
weird. Like,
I mean, like I'm taking everything with a grain of salt because I'm gonna say this a few times throughout the episode. DC's in a really shaky place, and I said this off camera. DC was, and I heard this from a quote. Shout out Straw Hat Goofy. I took this quote from him on TikTok. He said that DC's been like a sinking ship, and Snyder is trying to put patches in the holes, but Snyder's like, fuck it, we just gotta rip this Band-Aid off and start with a clean slate. So it is a very rough thing. It's gonna get worse.
I
throughout the
understand
thing.
that. I mean, I do that. I think they wanted to get away from the stink, but I think they could have did that and kept Henry Cavill. Like, I really think they could have. I don't think he was the problem at all. I am intrigued to see what it's like starting over though.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm interested to see will the end of Flashpoint be like a reset where they're like, it'll basically end. We're like, we don't know what the fuck's gonna.
I'm not 100% sure because there's no new
or like
news
these movies have nothing
that.
to do with anything.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm really confused about. Like Shazam's still coming out. What's the other one? A Flash, and then there's one more.
Well, Flash was
Aquaman.
always going to end in a weird way where they could recast and reboot stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we are, no matter that's fine with them. Like they're going to end that in a way where like the universe reset, new Superman, everything. Barry changed everything.
Yeah.
So, but it was always going to end like that. So just to set up whatever the Injustice or whatever the hell they're going to do next.
So yeah, and then actually I do have to pull up some quotes here for this one. But I'm not sure if you knew this, but it was confirmed last night, actually, as I was researching, that what's his face, Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson is no longer playing Black Adam in the DCU.
They're doing a new Black Adam.
Like that project, the future projects regarding that is just canceled completely.
That's wild.
I'm gonna pull up the quotes right now, or Dwayne Johnson's statement. Just give me one moment, everyone. Alrighty. So this is what Dwayne Johnson had to say. My passionate friends, I wanted to give you a long-awaited Black Adam update regarding the character's future in the new DC universe. James Gunn and I connected, and Black Adam will not be their first chapter of storytelling. However, DC and $7, which is Dwayne Johnson's production company, have agreed to continue exploring the most valuable ways Black Adam can be utilized in the future DC multiverse chapters. James and I have known each other for years and have always rooted for each other to succeed. It's no different now, and I will always root for DC, and he put in quotes, and Marvel, to win and win big. You guys know me, and I have a very thick skin, and you can always count on me to be direct with my words. These decisions made by James Gunn and DC leadership represent their vision of DCU through their creative lens. After 15 years of relentless hard work to finally make Black Adam, I'm very proud of the film we delivered for fans worldwide. I will always look back on the fan reaction on Black Adam with tremendous gratitude, humility, and love. And then, that don't matter. They're just saying, we need, and then plugging other stuff. But yeah, that was his statement. So I was kind of.
I mean, when Henry Cavill's gone, I knew The Rock was gone.
Yeah.
Shit, if Henry, like I said, if Henry Cavill wasn't safe, I feel like he was the one thing that like the hope of him doing another movie was like the one thing that really hadn't like sunk, and everyone's like, I guess they'll figure something out with Superman. Maybe he can pull it together. But yeah, I knew The Rock was out. Like we talked about Black Adam, we did a movie. It was okay. Nothing, like I said, it wasn't even a Band-Aid. Like nothing that was like, we got to see more of that. Like,
no.
But that is, I don't know. Rock's been talking a lot of shit lately.
Yeah, because he's been having a lot of quote unquote. I'll say social media controversy. I'll use that. I think that's a good word to use. Because people were saying that he was using not James Gunn, Henry Cavill to promote his movies. Like, yeah, Superman's in it, and then there was actually no. That's a point I made in here. There was no official like written contract that he was coming back. It was just like a handshake, verbal agreement. Nothing was confirmed.
With
Nothing was
Henry?
set in stone. Yeah, for
Well,
him
Henry
coming back.
said that they gave the DC people before James Gunn and whoever.
Mhm.
What was the other guy's name?
Peter Safran.
Yeah, stepped in. They gave him the blessing to come out and say that he was back. Though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
he
No, but
said
they never.
Yeah, of course they didn't give him a contract or anything. That's because they knew that they were selling it or
Whatever. They're
hiring new
making that
people.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but Henry did come out and say that like they gave the blessing to say, hey, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And like I said, well, he's probably thinking the same thing as me. Shit, if they're doing something else, they're gonna need me. Like,
Yeah, and and he stated there he's like not at the time. So I don't know if he's well since he was just kind of in his one-off in his own world. So in a way, like we never saw. Well, I guess Henry Cavill at the end, but even then, maybe they'll bring him in.
Well,
still.
I just think
like he's so far
I think
off.
that it's going.
You think they'll bring him back as Black
Well,
Adam?
as Black Adam, I think that if they're rebooting or whatever, they're going to do Injustice. Like, you cannot do, like I said, you're going to do a 10-year arc of DC and you ain't going to do Injustice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was the first misstep by DC in the first place. It's like dragging it along. They should have basically just got right into Injustice.
Yeah.
Like, said, fuck the Cyborg movie. Or not, well, they didn't do Cyborg. Wonder Woman. Fuck everybody's movie. Except for we already did Man of Steel. We already did or we maybe do a Batman if you want.
Batman still would fire.
But the first movie of Injustice could have been like how Captain America: Civil War was, where it's a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Like where like it's Batman and Superman's just in it a few times.
Yeah.
And did Injustice. So I think they're gonna do Injustice, and Black Adam plays a kind of a big role in
Yeah.
Injustice. So he's just somebody who can fight against Superman.
Yeah, and then regarding when he mentioned Marvel, Dwayne Johnson mentioned Marvel. Do you think he was like saying, like tipping his hat toward James Gunn for everything he's done for Marvel, or do you think he's talking with Marvel?
I'm sure he is. Marvel wants everybody. I'm sure he's. I'm just saying. It's a little like Rock's like he's so famous now. He's like a politician. He's just like making sure like don't worry, I don't want to. He don't want to fuck up making $20 million from Marvel just because $20
million.
They feel like he's team DC all the way.
Yeah.
I think it was more of that. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, there's been whispers that he's been talking about playing certain characters.
Yeah,
I don't know who he was going to play.
Henry Cavill's actually rumored
to be Sentry, right?
Yeah, Sentry. I've seen it a lot.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that now. Sentry's basically Superman, so
yeah. I mean, might as well cast him for Marvel.
Cool. Maybe they can get him to do something. I thought he would have been a dope Adam Warlock. I think Henry Cavill would have been dope as that.
Yeah.
But maybe they can find, like I said, I'm sure they'll find something for him to do. Especially when they're about to do multiverse shit. I bet you he makes like a cameo or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be fire. Yeah, I think he'll definitely come back. He loves the character too much. But regarding the Black Adam universe, Shazam. So Zachary Levi has stated that he's not being fired as Shazam, and there's a tweet right here. Some girl said, "I want this not to be true because his Shazam is one thing the DCEU I would absolutely throw hands for to protect." There's just some fan tweeting that out.
Lame. I mean, it was good, not that good.
Yeah, and then he was like, Zachary Levi said last night, "Oh, I really wouldn't go believe in everything you see on the internet. I'm Gucci, Ash. We all Gucci." The Twitter.
I saw him also say that him and James Gunn are good friends, and that if he was fired, he'd know by now, basically.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I mean, he's not fired, but nothing's come out. I mean,
they're probably just not going to do anything with Shazam. It'll be like a Black Adam thing where like, okay, next arc we'll bring him.
We'll shelf you.
Yeah,
whatever
like you said, they'll do like an Avengers level.
Because he hasn't really crossed over. Yeah. He hasn't really met anyone. Because even with the Superman, but not his face was in it.
Yeah, I know, but in theory, he met Superman. Like.
Yeah, but like it wasn't Henry Cavill. It wasn't Henry Cavill's Superman. So I'm saying, so you can plug him in.
Henry Cavill,
but you can plug him in easily. Yeah. You can.
I think what I'm saying. I think what they'll do with Shazam is like Black Adam, or they'll bring him back for like the big battle, because he's kind of like an OP character where like he is Superman.
Yeah.
So I think him and Black Adam will be shelved till they do Injustice. There's some other ones. There's Crisis on Infinite Earth stories they could do, and they'll shelf them and bring them back, kind of how I would say that Marvel's going to use Captain Marvel. Yeah. Like we're like, yeah, we need her. When we need her, we need her. And when we don't, we don't. So.
Yeah. Actually, we'll go into that then. That was good. We'll do some female leads. We're going to bring up Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot is no longer Wonder Woman. She has officially been fired. Don't be shy. Everyone, I mean, at this point, we're just fucking shooting everyone down. And I'll actually read her tweet. She said, "A few years ago, it was announced that I was going to play Wonder Woman. I've been so grateful for the opportunity to play such an incredible, iconic character, and more than anything, I'm grateful for you, the fans. Can't wait to share the next chapter with you.
I don't know, but then they said she was fired when she said that.
Yeah, that was her goodbye.
Well, I thought what I heard, initially before they came out and said everybody was canned, I heard they just stopped her movie.
Yeah,
like her movie was done.
Yeah.
When we were, like I said, we were talking about how we're doing character lists or like fan casting.
Yeah.
And I had a hard time thinking anybody.
Same.
Like, I thought she like embodied the character.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. It was really weird. I could not really think of anybody.
No.
Like, who's like tall and like fierce looking.
I was on FaceTime with a friend last night, and I was like, this sounds so like stupid to say because it's such like a modern thing to say, but it is true. I was like, I was like trying to find. I was like, I need like a powerful woman, if that makes sense. You know what I like? It sounds
like
corny.
she's like a model.
Yeah,
she's got like, that's what I'm saying. Like she's got like the fierceness in her face, like a model, but she's like a big girl.
Yeah,
and it's like I could think of some other girls, but in my head they're all like small,
5'4" or some shit like that.
Yeah, like so
petite.
fucking like Wonder Woman's got it. Like she's as big as a guy.
Yeah,
like so she's got to be like 5'11", 6 foot at least, and they can make you look a little bigger on the screen.
Yeah.
But she's got to be a big girl.
Yeah.
So I felt like it's going to be hard to find somebody to match her just because like she was really lanky and long.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall she was, but she looked like she had to be like 6 foot. At least
yeah.
6'1".
She was like, she had to be 5'10", or Ben Affleck 6'4", and she was standing next to her short. So she's probably, I'd probably say 5'10" to 6 foot around that.
Like
she's
that,
a tall
and like I said,
girl.
then they can make you look a little bigger, but it's like that's where so it'd be hard to replace her. I'd be fine if they just. Like I said, I think DC should have. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just a guy, but I think they should have just canceled a lot of these solo projects and just brought these people back for the big, like make Justice League movies and have her in it. Like the origin story for Wonder Woman was good, and that's all we needed. Nobody, you know what I mean?
We don't need sequels.
I've personally never read a Wonder Woman comic. I mean, do people read those? Like
I've only known her because she's collaborating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like collab comics, so it's like, why are we making 3 Wonder Woman movies? Like,
and I'm a huge Batman fan, and he's a huge Superman fan, but I don't even really read the World's Finest when they collab.
Yeah. I mean, I read a lot of it, but like I can't even think. I mean, I know there are Wonder Woman comics.
I'm saying like Superman and Batman comics aren't like when they collab aren't as popular as their separate entities. That's what I'm saying. So when they collab, like if they're not as popular as their solo stuff, so you can only imagine for Wonder Woman her solo stuff.
Yeah,
that's just the point I'm bringing up, so we don't get canceled. Don't worry.
No,
can't get.
I like Wonder Woman. I think some characters are just better within the constructs of the group. It's the same with Cyborg. Same with Aquaman. I don't think anybody wants to see a fucking Aquaman movie.
Cares about Aquaman.
I'm fine if you want to do the origin story so he can explain like how he got his power.
Yeah, that's fine. Do one movie. That's it.
Yeah, but it's like nobody wants to see that again. No. His villains aren't cool. You know what I mean? He's in the water. Same with Wonder Woman. It's like the first one was dope because it was like her origin story mixed with like World War II or whatever. So it's okay.
It was like a female Captain America.
Yeah, so it's fine. And then it's like, okay, that's enough. Nobody cares about Wonder Woman's stupid villains. Like it's not even Wonder Woman per se. It's just like her villains don't matter.
No, it is. No,
so it's like nobody wants to see this.
And it was all in the past. That was my biggest complaint. I was like, all right, so this stuff in the past. It's like when watching Black Widow after she died. Like it was like it doesn't matter really what happens because we know what's happening with her in the present. Like it was like.
You know she doesn't die.
Yeah, or like so like it ruins anything.
Do the fucking Budapest thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, Sean. whoa. Speaking about Cyborg, Ray Fisher was never contacted. I am not surprised. I should have screenshot.
Wasn't he like suing them or something?
Well, no, he was like something like that, and then like he just wouldn't shut the fuck up on Twitter because he was like kept.
He didn't like Zack Snyder, right?
He didn't like Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon.
A lot of people didn't like Joss Whedon.
Yeah, so that was fine, whatever. Everyone complained about it, but then he went after James Gunn too. Like he was on smoke with fucking everyone at Warner Brothers for whatever reason. He's like, he's like going fucking crazy. I was like, dude, like, I get if you have true issues. No one told you not to shut up about Joss Whedon, but the second you just went off tangent with everyone else, it was absolutely ridiculous. I'm not surprised he's not contacting. No one's gonna miss him because I mean he was cool, but you can really plug in.
Cyborg's a plug-in. Like, no matter who plays him.
We don't need a solo movie.
Cyborg, Martian the Manhunter, all those guys. You put whoever. Don't matter.
And then I already brought this up, Jason Momoa, and then Gal Gadot. Good news. I know we've had a fucking slew of just shit. Some good news. They are keeping Joe Manganiello. That's how you say his name. Manganiello?
For who is it?
Deathstroke.
Oh.
That's how you say his name?
Something like that.
Joe whatever. But James Gunn did say he is keeping him as Deathstroke. I mean, that's fine. I'm good with that because no one.
That type of shit makes me mad though, because like.
Well, they haven't done a movie or anything with him. Just cameo.
Yeah, but it's like fucking. If you're going younger, it's like, is some of the universe going younger? None of it's not.
Well, Deathstroke has always been older.
I know, but
so I'm
still,
okay with that.
That's
like not. He's also
annoying.
He's also not like a long-term person. You know what I mean?
This just, like I said, it feels to me like Henry Cavill is like paying for like Zack Snyder and Josh Whedon's mistakes. Like he got sacrificed for their sins. Like he didn't do anything.
That's understandable. I can understand
like,
that.
That's the type of shit. It's like you're keeping these certain people. It's like I like Zachary Levi a lot.
Yeah.
I liked him way before he even did Shazam.
Right.
But what the hell are they keeping Shazam for? They're not keeping fucking Superman. Like, what the hell? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like,
no.
I don't, like, again, I hope they don't.
That one makes,
I like James Gunn, and
I trust him.
Yeah, that he'll pick something good. If I was them, I would either do Injustice or I would just build on his Peacemaker
yeah, I do. Well, speaking about their storylines, James Gunn did tweet out that shows like Justice League Unlimited and Young Justice inspired his plans for the new DCU, his 10-year plan. So I never really watched any of their shows.
God, they're fire. Young Justice is so fire.
Yeah, so they let's do
Justice
League Unlimited.
Oh yeah, they're good.
So yeah, kind
of
give a quick analysis.
Well, I mean, it's just, it's.
What's the big, like, what's their Thanos and Unlimited?
Well, I mean, it's Darkseid. And both of them, actually. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones. It's like, I think each of them are multiple seasons, I would say.
Yeah.
But there's Darkseid, Apocalypse, the bad Superman Bizarro.
Okay.
There's some good, the Sinestro Corps.
Okay.
There's like I said, it's like the Avengers, basically. But it'll be like.
What was their first big bag in Unlimited?
I would have to look it up.
Okay.
I'm guessing Darkseid. If I had to guess, I'd say
assume,
Darkseid.
Yeah. What about Young Justice? Same thing?
Yeah, something like Darkseid. But Young Justice, I don't know how. I'm assuming they can't do Young Justice because Young Justice. Oh man, he said he wanted to go younger.
What I'm thinking is semi-younger. I don't think they're gonna have like a
Young
kid
Justice
Batman.
is Superman Robin. Is Superman Robin and Robin? No Batman. I'm pretty sure.
I know Robin's in it. I know that.
Young Justice is Robin, not Batman. Maybe it's like Damian.
Maybe,
but it's like Superboy.
So what I'm
Superboy.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is what they're gonna do. Oh, actually, I'll save my predictions for later. Yeah. But yeah, so Justice League, that's his plan. So also some good news to end on this confirmation list. New DC projects will be announced in January. So it's coming up very soon within the next couple of weeks. He said a few projects, so he's not gonna. I assume Peacemaker's gonna get announced because that's a DC project.
I mean, didn't they already say that's coming out in January, right? I thought.
I think we just I don't know if we confirmed it or not. Double check as I go through here. So and then now in this segment, I do have some rumors, and these were pretty good rumors here. I'm actually done with those quotes now. First rumor, and I'm very hyped about this, and I would be 100% okay with this. Stephen Amell could return as Green Arrow for the DCU reboot plan. What do you think about that?
I like Stephen Amell. I think he did a good job on CW. I think the CW's formula for writing shows doesn't work for superheroes.
No.
It just gets drawn out too bad.
I
mean,
agree.
It works for some of the other shows they do. It just doesn't work for superheroes.
No.
It works for like 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and then after that. But I thought he did a great job.
He definitely brought that
character. I think they would be doing themselves a service
to the fans.
Yeah, taking people like that. I mean, we are going to talk about this later, but I do think for Flash, I think they should really think about getting Grant Gustin.
Yeah, if this is a rumor for Stephen Amell,
that show's basically done, right? Aren't they in the final
season
or something?
It's like it's 11th season final or something like that.
And Flash was always like, fine, you don't have to do an origin story.
No.
And like Flash was always like doing his own thing in Star City, so like he could just be him, and like you could even bring in his team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you need it, it's like, so I think they fucked us over by getting rid of Henry Cavill. So I think they should get somebody like Grant
Gustin,
Grant and Stephen Amell to be a part of their new universe, because I think people like them. I think like when you hear those guys talk about the character, they really love them too.
They do. They really do. And then I'm pretty sure this guy's from Smallville. But Michael Rosenbaum. Yeah, they said it's rumored for his possible return as Lex Luthor.
Smallville is amazing, and one of the main reasons was because of Lex. Because basically, the great thing about Smallville is how Lex and Clark met. like in the when he's older, they're enemies.
Right.
But the opening scene of Small, I guess the second opening scene, because the first opening scene is like him crashing to Earth and his parents finding him. But like the opening scene of the show basically is Lex hitting Clark with his car. He's like drunk and driving, and Lex all fucked up, and like Clark saving, like ripping the door off and saving him, but he's all fucked up and groggy.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what I mean? And he's trying to tell everybody, and it's like the story of Lex and Clark being friends, and like Lex knowing something's up with Clark, but Clark won't tell him.
Right.
And it's like that's what drives Lex insane, that like he loved Clark and like he trusted Clark with everything, but Clark wouldn't tell. And like he kind of secretly knows. He eventually finds out. Right. And it like tears him, it drives him insane that Clark, even though no matter how good Lex was, he didn't really trust Lex's father. Yeah. Because Lex's father was evil, and they drove him insane that Clark never trusted him like a brother. And basically, it's basically a story like Clark turning Lex evil. Like Lex was like a money-hungry rich kid or whatever, but he wasn't just like a really bad guy. At the end of the day, he was like about making money, but he was a good guy. Yeah. And I think like that. So I think Michael Rosenbaum would be an amazing.
Again, I just want to preface these are all rumors.
Again, that's something that I would really like to see. That. I mean, on my list, I wrote Tom Welling down, but if they're going younger, that really won't work. Tom Welling's older than Henry Cavill.
Everyone,
but him and Mike, like I said, I guess that we couldn't bring everybody from the CW back and be on the shows, but like I think Michael Rosenbaum, if he wanted to do it, he's an amazing actor and he would do a great job.
Bet. And then possible recasting of the Suicide Squad. They didn't say specifics, but possibly Margot Robbie is no longer Harley Quinn.
I think that's good.
So yeah, I think she's done.
I think she was just too popular and too hot, and they like had to make her like a star. Yeah, like Harley Quinn is the Joker's sidekick. Like what the hell?
Yeah, no, yeah,
that'd have been like them making like fucking 3 Robin movies and no Joker movie or no Batman movie.
Yeah,
like to make no sense. I mean, like a Robin movie would be cool if like
after they did a
constraints
Batman.
of Batman.
Yeah,
like,
after they did.
But like they're
Batman,
like, all right, we're gonna
Robin
introduce Batman,
spin-off.
but really not. We're just gonna do 3 Robin movies where he kind of mentions Batman a couple times.
Yeah, no, like Titans went to shit real quick. Like that shit was so garbage. People like it still. Shut up.
I mean, the show. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not good.
The cartoon is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not. The cartoons are different.
But that has nothing to do with Batman at all. They never mention Batman in that shit.
But yeah, no, Titans just is garbage. Peacemaker season 2 is its last season. But like I was saying, Peacemaker season 2 is its last season. And I'm not really too surprised. Like I said, if he is planning to cut everything off and do like a completely new slate, and if it's rumored to be they're recasting the Suicide Squad, I would not be surprised if John Cena is no longer Peacemaker. It's unfortunate because that was a great show, but I do understand if they're.
I don't think there'll be another Peacemaker.
No, I agree, and I agree that I don't think they should beat it over the head. I think they should close it off on a high note.
I mean, I was fine with it. I didn't think it was going to go more than maybe a third one.
Yeah,
it's just he's a low. They did a great job. Like I said, I think they should use some of their momentum from that show. It's like if they can't think of a villain, the villain from that show is pretty good.
Yeah, Star Wars. No, I was thinking of the Suicide Squad.
The butterflies.
I
think that would be a good villain for any of their superheroes. Yeah, and for the Justice League as well. So and like that would be a good way for them to segue Peacemaker into some of those because people like him.
Yeah, and then I can't really think of anything else regarding Peacemaker. I'm fine with it ending. I think it'll be a decent ending if it's truly an ending. Because what was it? Gunn said this is the next is like writing it. He's writing the season right now, or he's been writing it. It's like his legacy project. So when you say legacy, I'm like, okay, he's done with it. That's what maybe right down is the rumor. And then I guess this is a rumor. I don't know. The Flash is still coming out, minus recent let goes of every fucking one else. So I'm not really sure what's happening with that.
Like I said, but like if it's gonna end where like Flash reset everything.
But will he be the Flash? That's what I'm saying. No. So yeah, that's what I'm going.
Yeah, it'll just end where like he comes back, but it'll be like through his eyes. You can't see him, and it'll be like, oh, I changed everything. And then when it comes back, you know what I mean? When they finally reset it, it'll be a different Flash, and you'll realize like I'm sure they'll make some joke like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think with that Flash movie, it's that movie is gonna have a lot of turmoil in the sense of obviously Ezra Miller's escapades, we'll call it. And controversies and everything he's been doing. That's going to be really weird seeing that and then kind of where it's going to go because everyone's saying what's next and no one knows what's next. But I'm very excited to see January, what they're announcing, and we'll definitely do an episode on that. I'm trying to think of final points I want to make. I do want to go back to this real quick. I am interested. I would actually love to see Ben Affleck direct a Batman movie or go back with his script because he gave up on it. I just remember he walked away from that project and has passed on to Matt Reeves, and Matt Reeves wrote a completely different story. I would love to see Ben Affleck come back to the story he was originally working on and direct the Batman solo movie because I think that'd be cool as like a thing. It was like, oh, I was Batman, now I'm directing Batman for the new Batman. I think it'd be a cool thing to see. And Ben Affleck's I think he's better. He's obviously a great actor, but
he does a good job.
Yeah, so I think he'd do a solid job, and he did truly love the character. I will say that, but he's also an old man. He says like I can't be training like this all the time. He's like I'm an old man.
They keep failing to make a legacy move where like he passes the torch to his son, to Robin, to whoever, Terry, like whoever.
Right.
Like why do they keep not doing that? Like I don't understand why they don't like pass the mantle to a Robin. Like,
right.
They're like, nope, we're just gonna do fucking Batman again. We're
one thing I didn't,
Batman again.
Yeah, one thing I did not like at all is that because it was confirmed later on. I was actually this is why you should follow us on TikTok because you guys actually helped me too. It was confirmed that the Robin that died in the Snyderverse was Dick Grayson, which I thought was absolutely stupid. Because it's always supposed to be Jason Todd who dies. It's never.
Well, Dick dies too at some point.
He does?
Doesn't in Injustice? Doesn't Damian kill him or somebody accidentally kill him or something?
I can't recall.
If somebody kills him in Injustice, I thought.
But that was before Injustice. That's what I was saying. I was like, that's different. I was like during that time. But I was saying this was in Batman before. I'm talking Batman v Superman. This is before fucking Superman was even in Batman's eyes, and so like he was dead. And like I think that was really stupid. They could, I agree with Sean. They could have easily done it. Whoever they casted, they could have got some swole guy and Batman. Let's say it's Robert Pattinson as Robin. He turned into Batman now, something like that. Because like I think what they're gonna do, it's gonna lead us into our fan casting here in a sec. They're not gonna cast like guys around my age. I don't think they want to do like super young guys. I think they're gonna cast minimum 28 to 33. And then they have a 10-year plan, so they're by the 43. So they're in their prime roughly. They want young adults, is my guess. Like I'm guessing right now, because they don't want to do like, oh, we want a baby Superman, we want baby this and the baby that, because Marvel's doing all that shit right now. They just want younger people, but not like 12-year-olds, because they want to have adults there that can do what Marvel did when they had Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying though. It's like they couldn't do a 10-year plan with him. No, I agree. But I'm saying it's like it was hard. It was a hard thing to do. So I think that it is a hard choice. But I think, in my opinion, I think it is best for them to just say fuck it. And if they are gonna throw everyone out, they need to throw everyone out.
I understand why they do it. Like I can't right now agree to say it was what's best.
Yeah.
Because I have to see what arc they're doing. Like I really think they could have just like put Henry Cavill back out there.
Yeah, because Henry Cavill's like I think the only one that's not ever in shape. If that makes sense. Jason Momoa goes in and out, but he still gets in shape.
No, I'm pretty sure he's always in shape.
No, but like he'll get a belly. That's what I'm saying. Like he'll get a belly, lose his pecs a little bit, but he still has big. He's a big guy naturally, but Henry Cavill, that motherfucker just stays.
Oh yeah,
it's psycho. Alrighty. So next we're gonna get into some fan casting. I am gonna start it off, but I will let you decide who we should do first. We got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman.
I guess we'll go Batman first.
Okay, bet. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off, and actually I'll save that one. I'm going to do Alan Ritchson. He's the guy who plays Reacher.
I have him on my list, but it's somebody else.
Oh, that's funny.
I have a couple people I bet you have on your list, and then I have them as I have people who I have as two people.
Yeah, same.
2 or 3.
I have like not for a lot, but
not like they're two people. Like,
yeah. But I think that would be a solid choice because, like I said, if they're going younger, he is fairly younger.
He's too big to be Batman.
But that's what I'm saying. So he's a big ass guy. Batman's always been like the peak human specimen. I think is a great choice. Right? If you saw Reacher, they made jokes about the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, Batman's always a peak, but he ain't like 6'4", 260.
Yeah,
he
is.
Is he?
Yeah,
no, I don't know.
In the comics, look it up.
I would have to look that up.
Yeah, I know it, bitch.
The Robert Pattinson, what is he? Fucking
no,
6 foot.
that I do agree with that. That's a whole different topic.
Well,
That's
I'm just
one
saying,
complaint.
no Batman they've ever chosen has been.
Yeah, but I'm saying the comic Batman. That's what I'm going off of.
So
Comic Batman, and Ben Affleck was the closest to it. Look up how big is Batman supposed to be, and I guarantee you I'm right. But yeah, Batman's always supposed to be this big guy, and if you saw in Reacher, obviously the action, so he can throw.
6'2", 210.
Let's say exactly.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like he's way bigger than like he's like exaggerated. Like it's not like where like he looks. You don't know how big. Like he looks like he's 280 pounds.
That's what I said. I think it'd be a good Batman because Batman's supposed to be this intimidating character.
I think the way he plays Reacher would be dope as Batman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think he.
Because he also has that pretty boy face.
And he is kind of funny too. You don't see it in Reacher, but he was in Blue Mountain State where he's like goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's too big. I like him, but I had him as somebody else. He plays Aquaman in Smallville too.
Oh, he does. You told me that.
Smallville, he's Aquaman.
Yeah, with his and he is a smart ass in Reacher. I'd say based off Reacher and his broodiness when he gets in it. He's a man of few words. And I think I could play really well if he does play Batman. I think that'd be a solid choice. And he's a lower, lesser known actor. So he's just really known for Reacher and a couple other things here and there. And he was already in DC as not Titan. He was in Titans as Hawkman.
Yeah, and Aquaman.
Yeah, and Aquaman in Smallville. So like I say, he has DC ties, and I think it'd be really cool for him to play Batman. I think it'd be a solid choice if they want to go long term and get someone and build him into a star. That'd be a good choice. Like I said, he's a semi-star. A decent amount of people know him, but he's not like A-list, and you can build him into that. That's my choice. I have 3, but we'll go back and forth.
I had John Bernthal.
Oh, okay.
I thought he would be good. Like I said, it's hard to know. Like, it's hard to pick which Batman because I don't know. Like, is Superman gonna be young and Batman gonna be old? Like,
yeah.
So I just kind of.
I went off like young adult. That's what I said.
I guess I didn't go young adult, but I'm thinking like maybe if they're gonna do an older version of Batman and like put a Robin in there. But I thought John Bernthal would be good. He's nice and broody.
Yeah. He's intense too.
And he's really intense. And
I think it'd really tune it in because I think
he's good at like choreography, like the fight scenes where he's also using gun. He could shoot. He can, you know what I mean. Like, so I thought that was he'd be a good pick.
Yeah. It's a solid choice. I don't have much to say. It's hard to see in my head. I think the only rebuttal I would have for that is he is like intense, but like he's like high intensity. Do you think he'd be able to lower that in the sense of like when he's fighting, like he does all that?
I mean, sometimes
that
Batman
barking
turns up though.
Yeah, but he isn't that. Well, he's not sometimes, but like every time John Bernthal fights in a scene, I will say he does like get high intensity.
But I mean, those were the fight scenes where it's like him versus 12 guys, or like him in a prison fight where they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, but what I'm asking you is, do you think he'd? I'm not saying he.
I don't know. I was thinking more in the suit. I don't know how well he would be as like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I was saying that's what I went off too.
But I think he'd be dope as like some kind of older like vigilante Batman who's like just
like an old man, like a Dark Knight.
Kind of how like Ben Affleck. Yeah, they were kind of portraying him where like he's done being nice.
Yeah, he's like I'm good.
Yeah, he's just like murking people.
Yeah. Alrighty, so next on my list for Batman, this is a TikTok. Me and Sean are actually sitting in this lobby. Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was gonna put Jensen Ackles too, but everyone said that, so I didn't want to bring that. Okay, so you can say that one then after I finish. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was obviously famously known for Kick-Ass, recently in Bullet Train, and similar thing. He's a big guy. He knows how to throw down.
We've seen him in a suit.
Yeah, like I said, he's got swagger. Like I say, I was looking for people who can play both dynamics and can stay on a project long term. Aaron Taylor Johnson would guarantee you hop on that shit in a heartbeat. Same thing with Alan Richardson. They would both hop on that shit for a long beat, stay long term, in my opinion. I don't see a reason why not.
I mean, for Rick, man, I'm guessing Amazon's about to give him the bag to do like 10 seasons of Reacher.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know if he would be available to do anything.
But also, if they offer,
Amazon's got money, and I know, like I said, I've been like reading review, like that was a hit. Old people love Reacher.
Yeah.
And everybody's got Amazon, so I'm sure that show's getting a lot of play right now.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson would be really good because in my head, like if they give him a proper haircut, he has naturally curly hair, but if you clean him up proper, he'd be really good, and he can get really dark. There was a movie I watched. I forgot the name of it. Comment down below, guys, to remind me.
He was kind of dark and Kick-Ass. Like,
yeah,
Kick-Ass
he was
about a kid, but it was like dark.
But there was a movie where he played a soldier, and he was stuck behind a wall and there's a sniper. That was a really intense movie. That was really good. So he can do these intense scenes, and he's just a really good actor in my opinion. Like I said, I think he's very versatile. And again, similar situation with Alan. he's not as known. He's pretty well known, I'd say. Well known is a fair word. And this would give him a chance to become that huge superstar. I mean, I think he's already on the track anyway, so with or without Batman, but I think he would do a really good job as Batman.
I think he fits what you were talking about, the mold, where like the age, he's like a B-lister.
Yeah.
He's got experience in being like in a superhero movie and like being like a Batman type character. I also have him on my list, but it's somebody else.
I think I know which two you chose for it. Anyways, go this for your second Batman pick.
Well, I'll just say both of them. My Jensen Ackles. I mean, most people know him. He would play Soldier Boy and The Boys, and he
Supernatural.
was Supernatural, the main character, co-main. I think he's just got like. I think he's a good choice because he could do the broody and like he's got the charismatic like. Could be like a playboy Bruce Wayne too, and I think that's just as important as being Batman. And I'm really intrigued to see Robert Pattinson do it. He's kind of in that gray area where like it's like his parents are, he's still. I mean, even though it's been a while, he's still being like goth, but eventually he's gonna have to be, I get bitches
out there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? He has to turn it. That's just the progression of him. So be interested to see. And then I had Tyler Hoechlin, he plays Superman right now on the CW. He also played. He's in Teen Wolf. He's one of the wolves in Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I got you.
But I think he would fit the mold for Batman. I think he falls in the line where you were talking about. He's like 25. Maybe he might be older. He looks kind of 25, 30 maybe. But
close. But he's close.
But
he's
he's been good for 10 years. He's like a B-C-lister.
Yeah.
He's in the universe already, so he probably knows the lore. He probably likes it.
Yeah.
So I thought
that's a solid choice.
Yeah, I think he looks kind of like a Batman.
Yeah, he has a pretty boy face. He has that. Yeah, I like that choice. And then regarding Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it at all because
he plays the voice.
Yeah, he's done the voice acting a lot for him.
He was Red Hood first, and now he's been Batman the last.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was about to bring that up. He dressed up, like I said, and that's why I really fuck with him a lot, is because people don't really show love to Red Hood a lot, in my opinion. Like mainstream, I would say, and he's shown love to it. I was like, damn, okay. Yeah. So if he's fucking with Red Hood, I know he knows a lot about the fucking lore.
He's a nerd. He's a proper nerd.
So yeah, I would not be. He would if given the opportunity, he would eat the fuck out that role. Next on here, this is a bit of a weird one, but hear me out. Ansel Elgort. He was the Baby Driver.
Oh.
So him. It's a younger guy, but if you bulk him up a bit, I think you could do obviously the pretty boy and not
kind of looks like Robert Pattinson vibes.
Like I said, something like that. And obviously the pretty boy vibe, girls love him, so it's not hard to do. But on the other side, I think you can get into a more darker role. Like I said, we kind of saw that with Baby Driver, saw hints of it, and we saw him kind of be like a badass. We put some muscle on him, get him really bulky. I think he could do a good job for a long-term Batman.
Batman's usually the script, so a lot of people, like I said, you got to kind of have the look and kind of be a pretty boy, but it's the costume that they get you in the script and what villain they put you up against.
Yeah. Alrighty. So since we did Batman first, obviously that's my favorite. We'll go with Superman next. And Sean, name your first. I only have two, so.
I've got three. My number one I have is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I knew it. I knew it.
I was looking at like his dimensions. He's big guy, tall guy. He's got natural black hair, kind of curly like Superman's. Yeah. And me and Tom were talking about him being Batman, and then like I said, I was writing my list. When I was looking, I kind of looked more like Superman to me. So I think he, like I said, I have a couple guys on here who I don't have him down as Batman because I knew you were going to put him down, but I would have put him down as both, and I think he's one of the few guys I have on here that I think DC could put in one or two different roles, and I think would be successful.
I agree. I think more of his Batman, but like I would not be mad at all. Like I said, it's also like a long-term thing too. If you really want someone just sitting there, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Like I said, I was looking at Superman. It's like frame. Henry Cavill's like a big guy, broad shoulders, and dude. I think. He's got, and we've seen
now we
Aaron
have
Taylor
a standard
bulk up, and I think he can bulk up real nice, and like you know what I mean, in like 5 years, be like the perfect Superman.
Yeah. Alrighty. So on mine, I gotta look up the picture. Oh no, I don't have to. Just for you though. James Marsden.
You don't have any. I wrote down like what they were in.
Yeah. He was recently in the Sonic movies. That guy.
Oh, the guy who's like with Sonic? Okay. How big is he?
I
think he's short.
I have to look. I didn't even look it up. Oh, I didn't realize how old he was. So
he's old.
He's fucking pushing 50. Jesus. Well, like I said, I don't know too much. I really knew about a lot more
Superman's
about
a tough one.
Yeah.
Like,
you already have such a great standard.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as they pick somebody with a clean look.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I saw him, I always see him as like a good boy. Like that's how I was going off. If I was looking at face value, good boy. Like I salute to you, like a good old soldier. Like Captain America vibes is the best way I'd say it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I've seen him. He's always been like a pretty guy, polite, and I think he would be able to do the role solidly. He's always been in more lighthearted stuff I've seen, but I feel like given the chance, I think he'd do a job well done. He's not a big guy. He's not. But I think if he bulked up, I think he'd do decent. Like I said, it was hard to pick for Superman because I think Henry Cavill was such a great choice. It was hard to pick. And the people who are bigger are like play darker characters usually, so it's hard to find good choices for a bulkier, happier, bulkier guy. But go ahead with your next choice.
I had Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. I was gonna put that, but I was like, I don't know.
Again, I think he's just the frame.
Yeah.
Big guy, like classic American boy look.
Yeah.
Like so he's tall, lanky, big, but like I said, he bulk up, put another 30 pounds on. Like I said, I think he'd look like a perfect Superman.
Next one I have is Sam Worthington. Do you know who that is? He's from Avatar.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. I think he's too short too.
Okay, well, like I said, I didn't look up his height.
Well, Superman, like I said, when I was talking about Wonder Woman, where like it's not just the suit, it's like he's like the
size.
Yeah, like how kind of Reachers were like he's like he's an imposing figure.
Yeah.
So like he can't be shorter than everybody. He could be like 6 foot or 6'1". He got to be like a big guy where he can like kind of stretch his shoulders out.
I agree.
So that's where like there was a few short people though. One of the last two I have on here are kind of shortish.
Yeah.
But I had I'll just say both.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had Richard Madden. That's Robb Stark.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Fuck, that's such a good choice. I think he's like
5'11" though.
You could put him in boots. He'll be 6
Yeah,
foot.
exactly. I think he'd be a good choice.
Damn, that is such a great choice.
And then I had my last one was Taron Egerton, the kid from Kingsman.
Yeah.
I think he's too short too, but again, I like
oh
him.
Yeah,
I like him for
short.
other. I had him down.
He's like 5'6".
Yeah, I have him down as another. I think Green Lantern too. Yeah, but I just think he's like youngish, B-lister.
Yeah, like
can do action sequences already. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Damn, that Robb Stark one, that's such a good one. Yeah. I would like that. He was in Marvel and that was a shit show. So just come over to DC. We'll get you. You don't have to be Eternals. You could be Superman. We'll take care of you. Alrighty. So you choose the next superhero we do, and then I'll go first.
All right, go Wonder Woman.
All right, Wonder Woman. First one. This is a big. Actually no. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it. Emily Blunt. Like I said, it's early in the podcast. I said I needed a fierce woman. I needed a powerful woman.
Yeah.
And War of Tomorrow, I think, or Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. We saw her be a badass bitch in that. And I don't know how tall she is, but when she's on screen, if she's playing a dominant role, you know that bitch isn't playing.
Wait, Emily Blunt. Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else now. Who played? Who's Jane Foster? What the hell is her name?
Jane Foster. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
That's not Emily Blunt.
That's Lady
Emily
Thor.
Blunt's from, like you said,
Quiet Place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
She's married to John Krasinski.
Yeah. I think that's yeah.
Like I said, if you my biggest.
I think whoever they pick for Wonder Woman, they're gonna have to like CGI her, make her bigger, or whatever the hell they do.
Yeah, put her in boots or something. Like
I think Gal. I think they should just bring Gal back.
That was a great choice.
She's also like an Amazon who's like 500 years old, so it doesn't matter. Like you know what I mean? She could just be whoever. Like Superman is young at one point.
And the accent too is cool.
Yeah, Superman is young at one point. Diana is like a god who lives forever, so like she can. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter when she is. For me, I put Olivia Munn.
Well, who's
she was? She's in X-Men. She's the Psylocke or whatever. She's like she was married to.
I'll look it up.
She was married to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, okay.
And she was like, she had like the psychic powers, but she had like a staff. I forgot exactly
I know who
what
you're
her
talking
powers
about.
are.
I know who you're talking about.
But like, when you look up, she's got like a mean like bitch face.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. Is that all? Do you have any other points for her?
Oh no, I just like I said, I don't really. It's tough. Like I said, it's tough to pick for.
Alrighty, next on my list, how many do you have?
I only have 2.
Okay, I have 3, so I'll finish it off. Next choice I have is Sophie Turner. That is, I totally forgot her name. She's Game of Thrones, the eldest daughter. What's her name?
Fuck, I don't know how. You made me forget the name when you said you didn't know the name.
Yeah.
Arya and Sansa.
Sansa, yeah. Sansa, like I guess we saw her be
That's a good one. That's a good one. She's tall too.
Yeah, she's tall. Scary. She's a big bitch in there. She's scary
She's
too.
really skinny though.
I mean, so is Gal Gadot. I mean, you can train. Like Gal Gadot was skinny as a model, so she probably bulked up.
That is a good one. I didn't even think about her. Yeah, that would be. I think she'd be a really good. Like I said, dye her hair.
She'd be scary. She's got that accent too.
She's got an accent. She looks like
and she's younger, long term. Like I said, I think it'd work really well. I would like that one a lot. That's what I would choose next. I don't know. Like I said, she was very. We saw her grow into a leadership role in Game of Thrones, and she did really well with that. I think that'd be a great choice. Next on here, this is a bit of a curveball. I have Brie Larson. She's Captain Marvel, and hear me out. All right, no one fucking likes her as Captain Marvel. So as like at least because she's being like, oh, I'm a big powerful woman. She's a fucking shit show over there. Just give her to DC. No one wants her over there. Just fucking
She-Hulk.
throw her.
She can be the Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Just see how Jen Walters as She-Hulk can be Wonder Woman.
God. But yeah, no, let Brie Larson be Wonder Woman just to save her. But yeah. Realistic, I would really like Sophie Turner.
Wonder Woman's tough. Sophie Turner's a really good one. That's the only one. Like I said, she is really tall. Like I said, some of these in my head, I'm trying to cast these people like I said, some of these heroes are just big. Like I said, Wonder Woman's got to be a large. Like she's got to be as big as the men.
Yes.
So that one where you have to at least pick a tall girl, you can kind of make her look buff, make her eat a little bit, whatever. My last one, I had Kobe Smulders.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. My bad. I thought you did your two.
I only said one, right? I said Olivia Munn, right?
Yeah.
Kobe Smulders. She is in Marvel. She's also in How I Met Your Mother, but she's Nick Fury's assistant or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's older. But like I said, Wonder Woman's like she's like 25 years old or whatever forever. Yeah. So 30 years old forever. Like, so it doesn't. Wonder Woman is more so out of all these guys. It doesn't matter how old she is.
Right. Alrighty. Next one we'll do. Let's do. Let's mix it in. Let's do Cyborg. You go first. I only have one. So
I have two. I have him down for two characters as well. John Boyega.
No fucking way.
Well, Tom already has him, so I'll say my other one too, and then we'll just talk about John. The other one is Eli Gorey.
Who's that?
He's in Peripheral. He plays a paraplegic Peripheral. He's also in the 100 as well.
Oh my fucking no! Get him out! Fuck that.
But John Boyega, I think, would be a great cyborg. I think he would kind of.
You said John Boyega? Yeah, he would be great. Yeah. That's what I put down. I think it'd be really good. Yeah. I don't know. It's a great choice. He's done with Star Wars. He hasn't really done much. No. So I think it'd be a great choice.
He's kind of like, I won't say. I was gonna say blacklisted, but
wow.
And it's because he's like really like he's a
nerd.
No, he's like race loyal. Where like he just was in trouble.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On Twitter, he came out and said like I only date black women.
Oh yeah.
And he kept saying that like
that's kind of what Ray Fisher was doing.
He's like and he kept saying like I'm not your like the people who's like. Oh, you should be a better role model with kids. He's like, fuck your kids. I'm not a role model. I'm an actor or some shit.
Just put him in DC. Who cares? He'd be a good cyborg. That's funny they fucking put that. But yeah, John Boyega, I think it'd be a really good choice. Did you want him? You said he had two.
I said Eli Gorey, but like I said, he's real. He's like I said, if you haven't seen Peripheral, you don't even know who he was.
Yeah. You choose the next one.
All right. We'll go Flash.
Alrighty.
I'll just say Grant. I won't really count this as my first one. We already talked about him. Grant Gustin, I think.
That'd be a great.
That's a slam
That's
dunk.
such an easy one. You would
like,
save DC.
Anybody with a fucking brain.
Like, yeah, it's hard.
They should have did it in the first place.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'll go past him. I've been seeing this name float around a lot. Dylan O'Brien.
That's funny. I want him as Nightwing.
That's the kid
Robin.
from Maze Runner.
Yeah.
He's also in Teen Wolf. But
yeah.
I think
it'd be a really good Robin, in my opinion.
Robin and Flash have a lot of similar characteristics where they're like the little smartass of the group.
Yeah.
So I think, like,
I
think anybody who could play Flash would probably play a good Robin. They're like the little, like I said, little smartass of the group, cracking jokes and being like the young one.
And he's like slimmer too, he's leaner. So I agree with that. I wouldn't be mad at that. I prefer him as Dick Grayson Robin into Nightwing. I think that'd be a good choice. One I have for Flash is a bit of a curveball. Cameron Monaghan. He was the redhead kid in Shameless. He played Joker in Gotham.
That'd be
That's a different one. Yeah, he's in the whole Star Wars universe right now. He's been kicking it over there in the video games, doing his thing.
Saying they're gonna bring him
to live action. It makes sense if you're gonna cast him.
He fucking killed it. And that game was fun.
Yeah, so I think it'd be a good choice. He is a smart ass in Shameless. So I think, give him the right script and give him the right way, and I don't think he's already done great fan service. I really haven't heard complaints regarding him in Star Wars.
No.
So
He killed it as He was Joker too.
Yeah, he was great. So he understands material. He understands the nerdship.
DC too.
Yeah, so like I said, I think it'd be a good choice. I think he was a really entertaining. He played like 4 different Jokers too. Let's not even take that away from him. It wasn't just one type of Joker. He played like 4 different Jokers. So I think it'd be really good as Flash. I was looking at slimmer, lengthier guys. He's a slimmer guy. He's kind of bulky. He got some muscle, but he's not like big guy. He's definitely leaner. So I think it'd be a solid Flash.
Yeah, Flash is all lean. He's not swole at all.
No.
I had Jack Quaid.
Oh, yeah, Huey, that'd be good. He's older, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I guess
he looks young though.
Yeah, you can work it off.
He's supposed to be like a 25-year-old.
Yeah, you can work it off. The boys are fucking.
But I think again, he's like a little like pussy type.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he can get some stuttering. Yeah, so that'd be a good pick. Next on here I have Logan Lerman. He was just in Bullet Train as a little quick cameo, but he's known for Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief.
Who was he in?
Remember, he was like that kid who died.
The guy died. Got killed. He was in Wait, is he Percy?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good.
He was the main character in Perks of Being the Wallflower too,
okay.
with his co-star Ezra Miller. So fuck it, we're going from there. Right?
Put in a good word for me.
Yeah, might as well get a less controversial guy from that shit. But yeah, no, I think it'd be a good choice. Like I said, he's younger. I was looking at more younger guys. It sounds weird. But I think it'd be a solid choice.
We all know you love young guys.
Shut up. Shut up. We're getting canceled. But yeah, no, I think it'd be a good choice. I haven't seen him too much since. He could play a little dorky, awkward kid. He's done it before. He can do it again.
All right, my last one. I guess I kind of have 2. Like I said, I put Taron Egerton down for 3 different ones.
Yeah.
Because I think they should find a role for him.
And they've been like rumored to play.
But I had him down for Superman, Green Lantern, and Flash. But
you had him, Taron Egerton as Superman?
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought he was too short.
Yeah.
But I think
we talked about that,
buff. But I also had down for the Flash at Dave Franco.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be okay. Like I said, we never seen him in nothing like that, but I definitely think he's funny.
Yeah.
He's really
he's
funny.
such a smart ass. He's so funny.
James Gunn likes that, like people who are really funny in his shit.
Who can like do a good improvised scene.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good improv.
Oh, never mind. Matthew Gray Golter. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's the guy from Criminal Minds. Oh, Gubler. My apologies.
That sounds more familiar.
Here,
I have seen Criminal Minds.
That guy, the nerdy guy.
Oh, it's Flash?
Yeah. I think he could do it. Like I said, obviously he already has all the fucking DNA analysis knowledge, all that science knowledge, and plus I've never watched a show. I'm not big into criminal shows, but I've seen a million clips with him. He's always like nerd. Obviously, he's a nerd, a little stuttery, a little smart assy, but he's really smart. So I think if you kind of adjust that, I think it'd be a really good Flash. Alrighty, next we said Cyborg, so we got Green Lantern and Aquaman. Which do you have less of? And then we'll go with that one.
I only have 2 down for Green Lantern. I picked a black guy and a white guy.
Alrighty, and
Taron Egerton, and then I had Denzel's son. What's his name? John David Washington.
Oh, I don't know, but okay.
But I thought he was rumored to play Jon Stewart.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's rumored to play Jon Stewart.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. I was looking at this. I did not even realize this. So, you already gave your reasons. So, yeah, John Boyega I put him in there. I think it'd be a good Jon Stewart. If you're going to cast him, Cyborg, I think would be a better role. But if you don't want to put him there, I think Jon Stewart would be solid. And actually, I totally forgot to do this. I put Dylan O'Brien as a Green Lantern.
He could be good. I think he would. He's another, like I said, Taron Egerton. I think they could fit him in there. I think he could fit multiple roles.
Yeah, I agree. Alrighty. Do you have much to go on? Anything else regarding for Green Lantern? All right.
Like I said, it's hard to pick because I have to know which one you're doing.
Yeah, they have so many. I think they're doing.
And Green Lantern really is. He's not much like his character is not much. It's more like his powers.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be like a tall person or a funny person or.
You can figure
Hal
it out.
Jordan's kind of like a smart ass.
Yeah, that's why I put Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, because if he was gonna be Hal, I guess like I said, you kind of need like kind of a smart ass.
Yeah, a little snarky guy. And then Aquaman. I only have 1. How many do you have for Aquaman?
I have 3.
All right, so I'll go first then, so we can just knock it out.
Yeah.
I put Sebastian Stan. I'm throwing shit at the wall here. There's no solid reason. I just like Sebastian Stan, and I think he would probably be fine. He has like a good, if it's going for a clean cut instead of like a dirty, grungy Jason Momoa Aquaman, he can do a clean cut thing. I mean, his haircut traditionally is more like a slick back classic look, so I think it'd be fine. But that's really the only reason. I really don't have a solid reason why.
All right, yeah, like I said, I got 3. One of them's a repeat, Liam Hemsworth. I think he could.
Yeah, that'd be a good choice.
I have Tom Hopper. That is 1 from Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I have Alan Rickman, or what the dude from Reacher.
Oh.
Like I said, he already played Aquaman in Smallville.
Yeah,
I thought
that'd be a
job.
cool little.
But Aquaman's like a big ass white boy, so
Yeah.
I thought he fit the character.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't pick an Aquaman. I don't know much about him, man. So I just picked a random name just for the sake of it, because I had to fill it in. Like there was no, I was like, hey, no, I like Sebastian Stan. That was my only reason. But let me look at the camera real quick. Oh no, we're chilling. We're mad chilling. We got time. Do you have Let's do this. Let's do our final thoughts regarding DC, the future of it, right and wrong. Let's not go too long with it, but like a little, let's say like 3 to 5 minute mini rant. You can go first.
Like I said, I've been talking
Keep
about
it close
this
to
whole
the mic.
time. Really pissed they got rid of Henry Cavill. After seeing Peacemaker, if you guys been keeping up with us at all, I know I've talked very highly of that. So that being said, I have to give James Gunn a shot, because that was just a masterpiece of a show. And if he could do that with those characters that nobody cared about, then I'm really intrigued to see what he'll do with the cast of people that we do care about. Because he did the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy as well. So I do have to give him the room to do, you know what I mean, to bring his vision to life. But I like I said, until I've seen it and the 10 years is over, I don't imagine I'm going to say, you know what I mean, I'm going to say, like, you could have did that with Henry Cavill. But it's really important to see who they're going to cast moving forward. Those are who the new Superman's going to be.
Those are big shoes.
Batman are going to be. I think those at this point in time might even be more important than the script. If he picks the wrong person before the movie comes out, it could ruin it. And I'm been intrigued to see which story they pick.
Yeah.
Avengers, whatever they picked, Thanos, and I don't know if they're going to do Injustice or some kind of Dark Side or Crisis on Two Earths, whatever. Right. But I hope they pick something intriguing that we all can get behind.
Yes.
DC has great stories. And I think they should go back to nobody needs their own movie except for Superman and Batman.
I agree.
Like, we don't need to see an Aquaman movie anymore. We know their lore.
Yeah. And James Gunn is really good at doing that.
Yes, and if you really want to give him some lore, put it at the end of a movie, at a cutscene, or the beginning of the Justice League movie. You could do a scene or two about Cyborg and fucking Wonder Woman or whatever. But that would be my mini rant is like, all right, we're done with these side movies. You tried to be like Marvel, and it worked for them. You guys didn't execute it right, and it's just like we only want to see Superman and Batman, and you guys fucked that up for 10 years. Like. God. While you were putting out other stupid movies that nobody cared about.
One-offs.
Yeah. So like I said, no more other movies. We need a new Batman and Superman movie ASAP.
Yes.
That both lead into some bigger.
Your Thanos.
Bigger movie, Avengers type
fill
movie.
in your 10-year plan.
And get it rolling. Sooner rather than later.
Before I say my mini rant, a little tidbit from his thing. If James Gunn or DC in general wants to do like their solo movies instead of doing a solo movie for Aquaman, Cyborg, etc., do a 6-part miniseries on fucking HBO.
I guess that's a good point too. Yeah,
just
with
do
the
that.
TV
If you
show's
could do
fine.
that,
If you really
if you have a good story that you really want to tell, put it on HBO. The fans will go watch it.
I think that's a better formula than to a movie, because then like people won't watch your movie because they're like, oh, it's been out for 2 months, nobody's watched it, bombed. But like if it's just sitting on HBO Max, people will eventually watch it.
Yeah, the fans are definitely gonna watch it.
Yes,
fans will watch it, and even if people don't see it, like casuals, it's not going to affect the overall thing.
And I think people like the casuals ruin it for the fans, because they're like, all the casuals go and see the movie when it comes out, and they're like, it sucked. And then the person's like, oh, I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah. But okay, so my rant. I am hopeful, regardless of what social media is saying. James Gunn has taken on the extremely difficult task of picking up the slack of DC and the state it's in, and he's making hard choices. So I am taking everything with half glass full regarding him. He was able to make nobody characters into something, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker. But it also comes at a thing is like, okay, we didn't know much about that, so you have more liberty and freedom to kind of make a good story to make us interested. But now you're taking on characters that I love, that he loves, that we all love, that we know so much about, and it's going to be a harder task. You can't be at liberty to kind of give your James Gunn flair of it too much to where you take away from those stories, because we don't know much about Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy as much. They were like way back when B-list, C-list characters. But I am hopeful. And I am really, the main reason I'm hopeful is because when I saw the Justice League Unlimited and then he mentioned Young Justice, that gave me hope is we're definitely seeing a fucking Robin after like what, 20 years?
I didn't hear the Young Justice. That, like I said, I've all like if what we've talked about this all the time. They really need to take their cue from the animated.
Yes.
So, like they are amazing.
Yes.
All of them, the Superman ones, the Batman ones, the Justice League ones, the Young Justice, they're all just gold. So I do think he'd be smart to try and play on some of their storylines, some of their arcs.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to see a Robin. That's what I'm really excited about because, I mean, it's overdue. It's really you saw my tangent on TikTok and when James Gunn came back. But I think, like Sean said, I will agree. If they cast the right people, then I don't think there will be much wrong with it. There's going to be complaints along the way, but we've complained about Marvel and everything. But overall, they've had a successful run. And I think James Gunn will do majority of the things correct. It is coming at a price though where he's understanding the pressure. I actually would like to read a quote from him. Actually, damn, I'm good at this. I'm pulling it up right now, but it was a quote I saw from Instagram, and I really give him praise for this because he has taken on like a huge task and he understands it, so he takes everything face front. Alrighty, he said, disrespectful outcry will never ever affect our actions. We are aware there would be a period of turbulence when we took this gig, and we knew we would sometimes have to make difficult and not so obvious choices, especially in the wake of the fictitious nature of what became before us. But this means a little to us in comparison to our jobs as artists and custodians in helping to create a wide and wonderful future for DC. And that's what kind of gave me hope for it. When I read that, I was like, all right, he understands like the shit he's doing right now is like, Jesus Christ, like what are you doing, my guy? But he's thinking a 10-year plan. He's not thinking, oh, let's just do an extra movie or two like how Warner Brothers was thinking before. He's like, all right, we need to pick someone who's going to stay here for 10 years, put them in this fucking contract. They're staying. And if they but yeah, that is pretty much all right. I don't want to go too long because I can go on for a while. Like I said, I want to keep it short and sweet. But long story short, I have hope. I really do have hope. I think it's going to be a rough start at the moment, but once January comes around next year, we're going to see a lot of light at the end of this tunnel right now. Yeah, so yeah, guys, that is the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. This is a lengthy episode, but this was probably one of our better episodes. I think so. It was a great conversation. Let us know in the comments how we did. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Links are on the screen and down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment where your guys' fan casts are. And other than that, I'm Tom. This is Sean, and we'll see you guys next episode. Take care.